It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trail Blazers as they go up against the Brooklyn Nets. Looking at the Nets, more than solid play for them of late. 7 wins in their last 10 outings, making their mark and playing well. Well, last season, Portland had one of the most explosive offenses in the league. They sort of flew under the radar in that respect. Kenny, what makes this Blazers offense so potent?
Well, they got a lot of guys that can hurt you, Ernie, all over the court. They can shoot threes, they can go inside, they're slashers, and they'll punish teams at the free throw line because they really attack the rim.
Not only that, Ernie, they're efficient with their scoring no matter what pace the game is being played at. They can score in half-court sets and in transition. Like Kenny says, they can really hurt you from deep.
That'll wrap it up as we take you courtside. Thank you for joining us.
A beautiful sight to behold. Lady Liberty standing majestically over the waters of New York Harbor. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. So glad you could join us here in Brooklyn, the home of the Nets. And, of course, James Harden. Let's see how they continue to fare without him.
Kevin, I've got to admit, I was caught off guard by this trade. I mean, he played such a big part for him. He was the last guy I expected them to move.
Yeah, but if you're going to make a move, this is when you want to do it, when a guy has basically lifted his ceiling. And so now it creates some other opportunities for some of your younger players. We'll just have to see how that transition plays out and how those new pieces fit.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On the floor for Portland, Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Anthony is out there with Davis, and it's Kaman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
On defense, Portland, they put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
And Greg Monroe really has had a good young career despite playing out of position for much of it. He has the size and skill set of an agile center, but was made to play power forward in Detroit once they drafted Andre Drummond, and that took some getting used to.
Harris kicks to Irving. Off target with his 3. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against New York.
A lot of firepower coming off the bench in that game really allowed them to escape with victory.
I thought the bench was the X factor for them. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game, but when it shows up, it's a nice weapon.
Power down with both hands.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have, no question about it.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
One thing about Ed Davis, guys, he has the physical tools to succeed. The agility of a gazelle and the wingspan of a condor or pterodactyl.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That one misses for Davis. You know, Greg, getting back to Ed Davis, his abilities go beyond physical attributes, strong intangibles. Roy Williams always used to talk about him like this, high basketball IQ.
Yeah, second-generation NBA player. His father, Terry, played a long time. He's humble, he's hungry, and motivated. So a lot of key characteristics, I think, in the success of most players he displays here early in his career.
Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. he is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
Arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. The first one falls.
And you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
That one is no good.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
The Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. The pass to Durant. Right wing. Here's lights out. Defended by Kaman. 5 on the clock. Here's lights out. Kept alive. Monroe. Excellent D there from Anthony.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Takes the 3. The Trailblazers rebound. Lillard attacking. That puts them in the lead. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Here's Durant. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Kaman a screen. Lillard attacking. Durant with the steal. Irving passes to lights out. Feeds it to Durant. Davis with some nice D.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
McCollum with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Lillard misses. The Nets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And again, it's Kevin Durant.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Here is Lillard. 26 points for him last game against Utah.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Irving kicks to Durant. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Outside Anthony. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Nets.
Well, they've come out of that locker room with the hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
And the technical free throw is good.
And guys, what I like about Damian Lillard, very decisive with the ball in his hands, always in attack mode. He keeps it hopping, and he has a killer instinct in the clutch.
Now here's McCollum. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Utah. And the basket by Lillard. Nets have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Durant against Anthony. And then Durant with the dunk.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
And for Lillard, he keeps the ball moving, as Greg is talking about. Clarkie keeps his teammates involved.
Very proficient in the pick and roll, understands the nuances of looking at weak side defenders and getting to the free throw lane for the roll man. He knows all the tricks to make that pick and roll really successful.
And good on the basket. Book it.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
Came in a screen. Now Lillard. He's got 9. Just 5 on the clock. Rebound by Monroe.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range. Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Davis sets a screen. The drive by Anthony. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Damian Lillard is a 2-time All-Star. He just keeps getting better and better, and I love his demeanor on the floor. He seems a lot older than he really is.
Yeah, he's got an old head, and he's got a very even-keeled disposition about him, which serves him well. He almost missed the All-Star game last season and was an injury replacement.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Millsap's checked in. Now, here is Irving. 32 points for him last game against New York. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Portland trailing here. Anthony with it. He's picked up by Irving. Irving against Anthony. Again, the miss by Anthony.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Irving with a clean look. The offensive rebound. For Portland, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Durant with the steal. Irving against Lillard. Irving dishes to Harris. Millsap down low. He had 13 points in the win against New York.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
Covington passes to Carmelo. Six on the shot clock. Takes a shot at the elbow, and it's Anthony again missing.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Irving. Soft touch off the glass. Irving's got 7.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Screen by Nurkic. Here's Covington. quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Shoots from the right block. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Irving. He's got 7. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
And for Irving, he did come into last year hot. I mean, he won the MVP in international play while with Team USA.
Now here's Leonard. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Millsap.
You got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run. And for Kyrie, taking home the MVP and a Team USA tourney like that, it's a huge ego boost. I mean, of all the stars on that team, he shined the brightest. And I think that's going to help his confidence for this year.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And I feel like there's a reason Joe Johnson has gotten a number of astronomical contracts. It's because he does everything for you. He's like one of those items you buy that touts everything you need, nothing you don't. Well, to me, that's Joe Johnson.
Here's Powell. A 23-point game for him in the win against Utah.
And also defensively, guys, he kept them off balance with 4 steals on the night.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clark, when you take a look at Joe Johnson, if you were on a good team, a team that was contending for a championship, where ideally would you like him to be? Where would you slot him?
I'd put him in that first or second scoring role because he's so good and scores so effortlessly. And at some point, I think he's going to hoist that Larry O'Brien trophy.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Outside Curry. Outside Irving. Lillard with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. That's touched by Lillard. Mills, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Six to shoot. Left side Curry goes up on the wing. And the shot falls short this time.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And Mills kicks to Curry. They double-team Curry. From the arc. And it's Joe Johnson with the three. Johnson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Trailblazers trail by 8. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Now, here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Powell. For three, Covington. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Curry kicks to Monroe. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. One thing about Greg Monroe, he is a highly skilled big.
He really is. I love the fact that he can do so much. He can post you up. He can pop out and knock down the 15-footer. He's an outstanding passer. And at his size, those are skills that have served him and his teams well.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Greg Monroe.
And getting back to Greg Monroe, guys, he made some subtle strides last season. Best rebounding average of his career, up to 75% on his free throws. And how about this little nugget? Not one three-point attempt last season. That tells you he's starting to mature.
And you know, with some people, they'll always find something wrong with Monroe's game. He'll never make the all-defensive team. He kind of looks like he's playing at half speed, but he produces, and he does it within the team compound.
Now Curry. After the missed 3 from Damian Lillard, it's Curry with the drive. Out to Monroe. From 7. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Lillard outside. Missed inside. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Nets lead by 11. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And before the game, Carmelo Anthony talked about how he prepares himself mentally to carry this team. Well, you don't hear too many players, Greg, saying it's easy and they're not too concerned.
Yeah, or talking about possibly winning basketball games. But I have a feeling he's more concerned than he talks about, and when he says it's easy. It may be for him, but it sure didn't look easy for the Knicks last season.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Chris Kaman. Mccollum is out there with Powell. And there's Davis. And it's Anthony in at the small forward spot. Now here's Davis. The jump hook hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
Lights out, passes to Durant. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Here's Powell. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And yes, sir, that one drops.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft, interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, one apiece.
Yeah, this is really tight. I mean, it's splitting hairs when you talk about these teams. You get the feeling if they played 10 games, each side would win 5.
The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. McCollum dishes to Powell. Davis sets a screen. McCollum with the ball, guarded now by Irving. Came in a screen on Irving. It's off his leg, and it's being called a kickball. And so here's Portland, a 12-point game. Here's Powell, just 4 to shoot. That 3 off the mark.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Trailblazers trail by 12. The feed now to McCollum. The 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Now here's McCollum. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Davis kicks to McCollum, and stolen by Harris. Dishes it to Irving. Back to Harris. Here's Millsap. Can't get it to go. Davis with some nice D. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Came in a screen. McCollum passes to Powell. He kicks it to McCollum. And here's Anthony for 3, and he gets it to go. Anthony's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Trailblazers. Irving dishes to Durant. Passes it to lights out. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and that one's on target from the wing. And the Nets lead by 11. Portland's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Davis sets a screen. McCollum kicks to Anthony. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Portland shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And the technical free throw is good. Davis sets a screen. Anthony against Durant. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls up. Anthony missing again.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Trailblazers trail by 12. Powell kicks to McCollum. Outside Anthony. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Hey, guys, C.J. McCollum is a scoring-minded combo guard out of Lehigh. Was taken with the 10th pick back in 2013 and still looking to make a big impact in the NBA.
Brooklyn with the ball. Harris kicks to Irving. 18 feet out. And misses it off the right side of the rim. While McCollum has struggled with injury, he's broken a bone in each of the last 3 seasons dating back to college at Lehigh.
Yeah, and if he can stay healthy, I think he's got a bright future. He had a broken finger last season, and he broke his foot twice in the seasons prior, Kevin, just to embellish the injury situation. But he's got some ability.
For Portland, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
One shot. One shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw. There's the pick. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Left side, Harris. From outside the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Harris has got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Davis sets a screen. Here's Powell. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now here's McCollum. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Davis. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging 5 points per game, 8 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And his defensive presence inside, not to be overlooked. He builds a wall around the basket.
You know, over this last whole stretch of games, I mean, he's been shutting down the lane with absolute authority.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Greg Monroe. He's checked in for Paul Millsap. Nurkic checked in for Portland. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Here's McCollum. After the basket by Brooklyn, Anthony on the wing. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Trailblazers have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And then for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington comes in for Davis, and Lillard subbed in for McCollum. Outside Anthony, hits it from three-point range. Anthony's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here's Monroe. Off target from the baseline. Trailblazers trail by 8. There's the dish to Covington. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Irving misses. Trailblazers have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Kicks it to Covington, beyond the arc. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight.
They're absolutely stroking it from outside. I mean, textbook perfect. Good balance, nice high release, splash. Unbelievable shot there. He busted out the trick release and left the defender dazed and confused.
The Nets shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
And they've increased their percentage quite a bit since last season, guys.
Curry's checked in for the Nets. And Portland with a change here, too. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Anthony. And here are the Trailblazers now. They trail by 6. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Lillard attacking. Covington in the corner. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Curry is inside. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The Nets shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Curry taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Trailblazers trail by 4. And Lillard kicks to Powell. There's the pick. Covington passes to Leonard. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And guys, Myers Leonard really showing signs of progress in last season. Huge steps forward for the big man.
And you know, progress is all about confidence with young players. I mean, his shooting percentages were remarkable when you look at the fact that 50, 40, 90, 50%, 40%, 90% for a 7-footer. Unheard of, and he's in that neighborhood.
The first free throw is good.
You know, I think Myers Leonard really finding his niche as a stretch big man. And I think with his size and athleticism, the Blazers had envisioned him making his mark in the paint. But the way he's shooting, though, that they're not going to complain nor try to limit his impact on the game.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And you know, his teammates, Leonard's teammates, encouraged him to just let it fly. So much of the NBA game is confidence. And he's having success putting the ball in the basket. And I think he has a chance to be a very good player.
Now here's Johnson. 20-point game for him in the win against New York.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Leonard with the screen on Irving to the inside. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Lillard. Lillard's got 5 assists tonight.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
That's good. 19 points for Kyrie Irving.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Nobody near Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Irving drives in. Again, Irving missing. It's a close game here in Brooklyn. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Curry with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's lights out. Oh, and he can't cap off the break. Here's Lillard. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
For Brooklyn, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. 22 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
Here's Powell. He's got 7. Shot clock at 6. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Here's Powell. No good on the 3.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Good. Now it's a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 14. Here's Covington. Little turnaround. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Irving attacking, makes it off the glass. Irving's got 24.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 3rd rebound tonight. He dishes it to Nurkic. Drills it from outside. Nurkic has got his 2nd basket of the night. Clark, this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
For Portland, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
One shot, gentlemen.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second. Getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Millsap comes in for lights out. And it's Mills in for Kyrie Irving. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lillard. Brooklyn with the rebound. Millsap's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Johnson, the pass to Mills. Curry, wide open, and it comes off the front of the rim.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Trailblazers out in front, up 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
No, Carmelo, after this first half of play, what do you believe the team needs to focus on from here on out?
Well, just communication. They trusted one another. When somebody get beat, the next guy got his back, and we're just trying to get up and down, get going somewhere somehow. For the most part, we did pretty good. A couple of adjustments on the defensive end. Make some shots and we'll be fine.
Melo, thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He ended up with 17 points, 5 assists, and 1 block. It's really great to see him back to what appears to be top form coming off the injury. There's a sense of reassurance that he's healthy after the first 2 quarters back. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, they're playing some unselfish basketball here tonight, Ernie. Guys aren't trying to take the defense 1-on-5. They're moving the basketball and finding the open man. And then, of course, the open man is finishing, so no problem here tonight.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.